Hi Aquarius, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to your mid-November 2022 Money and Career Tarot reading. I do want to remind you this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But as well, I do more than appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't joined this Aquarian tribe already as it grows by the day, and leaving me a comment or several down below telling me how this resonates, claim the success. I feel like it's going to be a good period for you to look forward to and to experience. But as well, what was I going to say? Oh, I'll leave the link down below for the playlist to check out your other placements within your chart. You never know where your messages lie. But as well, if you haven't checked out your monthly money and career read for November as a whole, that link will also be down below in the description box. And to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need lies down below as well. Let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's do some shuffling and pull from the Gilded Tarot deck. And then we're going to use this small money and career deck if you're new to this channel. Let's see here. I feel like there's motivation for some Aquarians drawn to this reading to begin again, okay? To start fresh in a new situation, right? Replace a living situation, a new investment in that sense, being desired, or just a new job, wanting to move away from what feels unhealthy, okay? In one way, shape, or form, it's feeling unhealthy, all right? And I got that from the Eight of Swords and the Chariot. Probably should have shown it to you, but we have the King of Swords and the Two of Swords, all right? So I do sense that you're feeling very in touch with your other placements within your chart for a lot drawn to this reading, whether it's Libra or Gemini, your other sword placements is what I'm hearing, your other air placements. But I do sense that you're being reminded with the King of Swords, you have what it takes, right? You're very knowledgeable, very wise, very intelligent. Okay, how many ways can we put it? And that's being reminded to you throughout the month, the remainder of November. I saw the number 111. Take a deep breath, Aquarius. I really do feel like somebody in your midst is making you nervous at home, at work. It could be both. People looking up to you, but then at certain other moments, it's very evident that people are looking down upon you, whether it's authority figures, people who have worked at a company longer than you, or just people who are simply naysayers, right? Especially for those Aquarians drawn to the reading who put themselves out there on social media. There's a reminder how much energy affects you throughout the second half of the month as the money does flow in. I feel like more so than the first half of the month. And that's good. But why aren't you feeling 100% amazing about it? I just feel like there's a point where you express to the universe or your spirit guides in certain ways that you are feeling a bit confused as to how things are meant to unravel, potentially feeling a little bit guarded in a situation for one reason or another. Now, I can say with certainty that you're very much in touch with your masculine side, male or female, being drawn to this reading because we have the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, all right? Now, I really do feel the need to take this because I sense that there's this grounded way about you where even in the midst of the heaviness, even the heavy workload for some drawn to this reading, you're doing what you have to do and you're doing it well out of preparation for what lies ahead, out of preparation for a change or multiple that you truly desire at this time. Wanting to sort of see a situation run differently, but at the same time, being realistic with oneself in regards to what is out of your control or shouldn't be attempted to be tweaked in any way, shape, or form by you. Does that make sense? What else do we have for Aquarius? We awkwardly want this one. There we are. I do have Aquarius in my chart if you're new to the channel, so I get you. But the Star card being your energy, and I just feel like there's a sparkling way about you, even though I feel as if for the majority of the second half of the month, you're feeling quite overly serious, right? But I just sense that you're very much tapped into, again, your masculine side. You're overly serious, sort of mature way of approaching what you're working on at this time, right? What we wish to see successful on simply making money, I want to say. And I do feel like Spirit's reminding you in certain ways that you have what it takes to save up the amount of money that you need to move to a new place of residence or to get a new car. It could be more than one investment for you individually. You could simply be looking to just clear up your debt or just pay off your bills or pay some on time and have some extra building up in your savings. And given that you're very much a hardworking individual, I see your savings building up quite easily, okay? And I really do feel like people are impressed all the meanwhile. Over tipping, over extra levels of gratitude coming towards you in the form of money, okay? And I feel like even through compliments, praise, numbers going up, progress coming to be, growth, that's coming to mind. But your wishes, right, your goals coming into play, Spirit saying write them down. Write them down, even if it's one or multiple you've had set in place for a while that you've sent out intentions for to the universe, right? Write them down. There's something about solidifying it in your physical reality by writing it down that will assist in your manifestation process, okay? It'll feel as if you're taking steps to make that real in one's life, okay? But it feels like you're dealing with certain levels of stress. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I'm not gonna lie. There's a level of honesty that is taking place in regards to what you do for your business, what you do at work. I feel like you're just seeing through people at this point, and you're seeing the truth in your own situation, in the situations you're wrapped up in at this time. And it's just this feeling where you may need to utilize your honesty, right, to help people. But if it's out of respect for the health of a situation or just you riding the waves till you make a change, bite your tongue. Okay, bite your tongue, whether that's at home, at work. There's no need to let loose or just share what you know or how you feel, knowing that it's going to make things a bit more uncomfortable for you until that time comes to switch things up. Does that make sense? What else do we have for Aquarius? A lot of speaking in the second half of the month. It's going to feel like it flies by, okay? By the time the third week arrives, okay, you're going to look back or just have a moment where you stop at work or at home and ask oneself, where the hell did this month go, right? You might already kind of feel that way watching this reading, but I do feel like there's a focus on your happiness, on the fact that you're going through this balancing act, and it's this feeling that you know you are easily manifesting, if I could speak, options, right? Figuring out what's best for you, whether it's in regards to a new place to live, a new car, right, a new job. You could feel as if even though you are jumping headfirst into a new situation for some, you still are keeping other options on the back burner to kind of as a backup in case this doesn't work out. But you know intuitively at this point along your path what's going to work out and what's not. So don't second guess that. Okay, there's a huge focus on the fact that you, one, have the knowledge, the wisdom to make something last if you so choose, regardless of other factors involved, but also the fact that you are so damn intuitive at this time along your path, and so you need to trust that. Bear with me as I put on some chapstick. There's a need for you to feel comfortable, okay, to take care of yourself all the meanwhile, to implement true levels of self-care. And I really do feel like you are being reminded that you are likable. For whatever reason, I don't think you're forgetting that, but through moments at work, right? Say you're training for a new job or you're going through the stages of beginning a job or even working the same job you've had, running your business, people feel drawn to you. People like your energy, your vibe. Your Aquarian nature is just sparkling at this time. Even when you're overly serious, people like you. I feel the need to say authority figures, especially one in particular, will be quite impressed, even when it comes to certain interactions they observe. Okay, they witness. Are you comfortable is what I'm hearing. Are you comfortable? Okay, and that may remind you, reiterate in one's mind why you desire a change, but it may also just push you to remember that you deserve more, you deserve better. Interesting. We have the Four of Swords in reverse, which at first I was quite shocked it was in reverse. And then the Eight of Wands, again, things speeding by. You may feel like you're moving at a comfortable pace for oneself or not rushing, even if people kind of give off the vibe that you should. In an environment or other people are just feeling quite fast-paced and stressed, you're just doing things at your own Aquarian pace. It's interesting, I just put my hand on my face. Maybe a little bit bored to an extent, or just not loving the work at hand, but just doing it to make money. But try to reignite that passion within to enjoy oneself. But with the Four of Swords in reverse, I do feel like as things are speeding up for you or just continuing to be fast-paced, as you're getting a ton accomplished, you're feeling as if you can't rest. Or you're feeling a bit restless in certain moments, at certain times at home, due to the energy in the air, or due to your spiritual connection, or both, or due to all that needs to be done at work. Interesting. You may be putting more on your plate all the meanwhile than you need to. I just feel like there's a part of you that just wants to run away at certain points, and you need to understand that that's totally valid. because I feel like there's more taking place than meets the eye behind closed doors. Don't update people is what I'm hearing. Allow for oneself to just kind of keep your nose to the grind and do what you got to do. I sense that updating people on how much money you're making, how much you're saving, your new goals, or just, you might have to an extent if people ask questions or one specific person. But I feel like the simplicity of not updating people, not over involving people, that will feel refreshing. It'll just keep things more level-headed for you, clear-minded. And with that said, when at work, when at home, keep things tidy, right? Keep up with it. Or just, make sure you're cleaning up when need be, because that's going to help you have a clear mindset with all that you have going on, with all of the communicating needing to take place, with all of the rushing kind of energy or just things speeding by. But the Eight of Pentacles is talking about how you're putting in the hard work and you're doing it pretty damn efficiently. It's this vibe where you've learned over time how to manifest, okay, quite efficiently. So rely on that skill set in certain ways at certain points. But you've learned with the King of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, you've learned how to multitask in a very productive manner without overly burning oneself out, or just, it's like the ability to prioritize, right, in one's mind, even if you need to write it down at times. But you're being reminded that you can even do it without having to write it down, in your head just being like, all right, this is bumped to the top of the list, and then I'll do this next. All right, let's go. Boom. And it doesn't have to be stressful all the meanwhile. But there's true thoughts throughout the second half of the month, once again, in regards to what you lack. But it's this confidence about you at certain points, even if you're going through a lot, even if you're not enjoying what you're doing to the fullest extent or at all, you're glowing, okay? Your chin is held high. Carrying oneself, they're saying like a celebrity, or just knowing that you're going places, and people are being reminded of just that, but you can't help but continuously think about what you don't have at this time, or what you should have. But at the beginning of a situation with the Ace of Cups is leaving you quite abundant. Okay, again, the money rolling in, the changes on one's mind will come to be quite easily when the time is right. Your third eye is open, your intuition is quite heightened at this time, so trust it. Trust what you see, and it's this feeling that you can't unsee or unhear what comes to be in your external reality, right? But that's just a side note, okay? Your savings, once again, taking a focus, wanting more control, but being reminded all the meanwhile, don't put all your cards on the table, right? When starting a new job or running a business or doing what you got to do, your current day-to-day job, don't go updating people 1000% or at all. Don't be sharing all of the beans, is what they're saying, right? You meet somebody new at work, even if it's the same job you've had, don't tell them everything about you, right? The mystery is a good thing, but it's also strategic to be selective, okay? Or just to oneself, even if you choose to do that. But I sense that the money flowing in at this time is leaving you quite gratified. It's helping you notice or remember, I can easily make this change when the time comes. And it may be this vibe where you have to make one change to make another change, to make another change, right? And I just feel like it's gonna allow for oneself to step by step, day by day, get done what you need to and see one's life improve for the better. Let's pull one more for the top. You have a lot of choices, my friend, but being reminded that you are loved, you're cared for. People love your vibe once again, and that's helping you achieve more, succeed, and see things grow and prosper the way they're meant to. But also, more importantly, seeing that money flow in so you can improve one's life once again for the better. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the second half of the month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.